how I make $50,000 every single month at 17 years old. Now, just to clarify, guys, everyone throws up revenue. And this is revenue, okay? This is revenue pre-tax, not equating for product cost, ad cost, people I have to pay, things like taxes as well. So I just want to clarify by saying that's pre-tax revenue, etc. Right? So if you guys don't know who I am and you're new to the channel, my name is Smith Reese. I'm a 17-year-old, I almost said 16. I'm a 17-year-old entrepreneur from Los Angeles, and I was able to drop out of high school at 16, pursue this stuff full time, and obviously thank God, all the blessings that have came my way, everything pretty much worked out, and I'm able to do this full time. Right? So I started with e-com and agency stuff way back in the day, and I was, one of those Iman Gadzi Hamza fan guys that would basically just watch videos and think that watching videos was productive. At the end of the day, the only thing that's going to get you to where you want to be is the work, right? So that's where I was back in the day. And I would watch Iman Gadzi in class. I'll throw up like a picture or something, and I think I recorded a voice memos on my phone, like be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna look back on this way back in the day, like I'll throw that up too. Life is crazy. I mean, I've just been going like ham on the agency. I've just been like putting my head down, and I've not done any of my schoolwork, man. I got like bad grades, but it's it's a sacrifice I have to take to to get to where I want to be. Fuck whatever I said in the last one. I do e-commerce now, man. Fuck SMMA. Fuck all that bullshit, right? E-commerce is the way. January 2023, right? Did my first store that pretty much took off. Did like 6K in a week. It's actually crazy. So yeah, and now as everything's pretty much worked out. I do e-com, I have a private community, I also do coaching, I like multiple stuff that I'm able to monetize off of a personal brand as well, a fairly big one on Instagram, and obviously I'm still trying to grow mine on YouTube. But I have a good stream coming in, and obviously I want to thank God for that. But I also want to say it's hard. It's so unbelievably hard, and most people are going to quit during the 7-8 months, maybe even a year of no results, right? There's just going to be that empty period where most people give up, and then you just need to remain that tunnel vision, focus on that light at the end of the tunnel, right? So obviously I'm able to do stuff now. My passport actually came in yesterday. You guys are going to see me traveling a shit ton, going to Miami. I'm going to Mexico, Costa Rica, Bali, a bunch of different places. So I'm super hyped for that. And I'm able to connect with these really cool people like Hamza and FaZe Banks, which is the CEO of FaZe. You guys probably know what that is. But I'm just going to go in depth and give you guys some stuff that has really opened my eyes up, and just lessons and realizations that I've come to in the past couple months that I've personally found really, really valuable, right? So obviously, we all know about attention. So attention equals money. Oh wait, this is way too big. All right, so everybody knows about, eyeballs equals money, right? Everyone knows about that, and everyone knows attention. Oh, money flows where attention goes, right? That's a big saying. Everyone says it all the time. It's fairly self-explanatory, right? But I never really realized how easy it was until like 5-6 months ago. I never really understood. If you have views or attention or impressions, it doesn't matter what it is, going to absolutely anything, you're going to be able to monetize. And a good example is the world record egg. I know you guys all remember the egg way back in the day. And it was like this egg that was, the mission was to be the most liked egg on Instagram, right? Or the most liked picture on Instagram. The record at the time was like Kylie Jenner, and they have like 50 million likes or something on that. And they were able to make multi-seven figures, right? So even something as stupid as a picture of an egg had enough attention going towards it, so they were able to monetize off of it, right? So I really understood recently, like, it doesn't matter what it is. I don't even care. If I can just bring eyeballs to myself and my personal brand, then I'm going to be able to monetize regardless. Whether that be through a community, a software, one-on-one stuff, coaching, etc. Like, I have tripled my income in the past 3-4 months just from my paid community and my coaching. I don't want to sell you guys that. I mean, but it's value in there. So I worked on the paid community before I launched it for like 7 months. But like, you guys gotta understand, I make some good money from it. And I mean, like the guys in there, it's only been like a month and a half since we've launched it, and we've already generated over like $500,000 or something in revenue, which is insane. And the testimonials are nuts. I don't want it to come across like I'm selling it, right? But it's like I've really been able to monetize off of it, and the amount of attention, especially on Instagram, that converted is just insane. And I'll get to how you guys can actually convert attention the right way, right? So everyone knows about how attention equals money, all right? But it matters. It doesn't matter if you have attention. You have to own the attention, okay? And if you look at somebody like Iman, right? Iman Gadzi, everyone knows him. So he's not sitting on a webinar for 2 to 3 hours, every week or so. Of course he's not. So you have to think like, let's say Instagram, right? For somebody, like I can get somebody to follow me, and every single person who follows me on Instagram is a lead, okay? So they're a lead. They're a potential buyer for the product that I'm going to sell, right? And I don't want to come across like, oh, I'm a seller, or I course sell. Like the products I do are actually amazing. I've actually never had a single piece of negative feedback on my coaching or anything, like even the private community, right? But you need to own your attention, right? So owning your attention is basically educating the lead. So if somebody follows me, I automatically classify them as a lead, right? And I have to own that attention. So how am I going to own that attention? You need to educate, all right? Whoops. Gosh, guys, I dropped out of high school. Give me a break. All right, so educate. You need to educate your attention, right? And I do that through my reels, through my constant, consistent, daily posting, bringing value and value back to back to back. People can rely on me that I'm going to bring them insight, advice, value, etc., right? That is going to benefit them, which is why they keep watching, and they keep coming back on their stories or their feeds or whatever. And I educate them through my stories, right? So I'll post a story or something, and it will be basically just talking about some business lessons, maybe how to increase your LTV or how to, start a personal brand, something along the lines of that, right? So it's basically, you get the attention and you have to own it. You have to give them a reason to keep coming back, right? Most people aren't going to do that because at the end of the day, personal branding is hard, right? Because everyone's a clone. Everyone's a clone. Oh, you're a clone of Tate, then you're a clone of Iman, then Luke Belmar. Like everybody's a clone of each other, but you have to be yourself. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I got my own swag, all right? Like I got my own swag, I got my own wave. I got my own kind of humor. I got my own jokes. I got my own lines. Like I got my own shtick, like, oh, I'm the guy who dropped out of high school or whatever, right? And then somebody could hear that and they could call me the Iman clone, but it's like, I am not like Iman whatsoever. So it's like, I got my own shtick, and that's why people like me. I feel like I'm also a lot more relatable in that sense, but understand that you need to own the attention. Everyone who follows you is a lead. Educating is warming every single one of those leads. The guy who does, write this down, everybody right now. Let me put this right here. The guy who does warm prospecting is going to generate $200K a month, and the guy who does cold prospecting is going to generate $20K a month, AKA paid ads, right? So if you guys are not, if you have a product, if you're doing coaching, anything, paid community, info products, agency stuff, it doesn't matter, right? Leveraging short form content is the number 1 way to go right now, because I can go and get 100,000 views on one of my reels, and that's $40,000 on Facebook ads. I can post a story on my Instagram and get 700 DMs replying and opting in for something, right? That's gonna be like a Lamborghini on Facebook ads. Like, you guys don't understand. Imagine how much 700 qualified leads would cost on Facebook. I can post a story right now. I can post a story and get it for free. If that isn't leverage, then I don't know what is, right? So $200,000 a month for warm prospecting, and then $20K a month for cold prospecting, AKA paid ads, right? So a big mistake that I see a lot of service-based guys make is that they're constantly in a hamster wheel. Let me do this. Here's a hamster wheel, and here's our little hamster, right? He's running up. Oh, gosh, bear with my drawings, guys. Here's a little hamster, and he's running up, right? And it's going shh, right? He keeps running, And you guys, a lot of agency guys are in 2 hamster wheels, okay? They're stuck in the hamster wheels of replacing and hamster wheels of fulfillment. So it's very, very, very important if you are running a service-based business, or even let's say even e-com, right? If you're stuck manually fulfilling orders, you're not going to be able to scale. So whatever you're doing, you have to understand that it is great to do it yourself, and you do like the grind, you do enjoy the work, but you do have to draw the line into where you need to hire people and bring on. I just hired a guy full time. I'm building out my team now. I never thought I would have people working for me and people relying on me to pay them and all that, but I do now. And it's like, it's a weird feeling that I'm actually building. Like, I always see these guys talking about like, yeah, I just got off a call with the team, and I'm like, oh man, these guys like, and now I'm that guy, right? So it's a little weird, and it's a little bit of a surreal feeling, but it's like, you need to understand, if you're offering services, right, and you aren't charging more, so this goes to charging more money, right? Never lower your prices, and I'll tell you why. If you don't charge enough, then you won't be able to hire people. Therefore, you will be stuck in fulfillment, right? And another hamster wheel that people are in are replacing, right? A lot of people are focused on acquisition, not retention. It's retention over acquisition. If I can go and replace and recycle the same 5 clients every single month, there's no point in doing that, because I'm going to go be focused on, sure, signed a client, thanks for the fucking retainer, here's a new guy, let me get a new guy, okay? So I need to be stuck in retaining, right? So let's say, I think at the moment, I have like 80 people or something in my private community, right? And I give them value. We have 2 calls a week right now. We even say, it's one, I'm not going to throw you to a team. It's it's like personal with me calls. I'm retaining people. I drop new modules every week, multiple times a week, drop a ton of courses. Everyone's in there. There's community, there's calls, there's etc. So I'm retaining everybody in there, right? So it's opposed to just being in the hamster wheel of replacing clients and this and this and this. I acquire, I'm focused on acquisition, but once I've acquired, let's say 100 people, then I'm going to put most of my energy into retention. Obviously, you need to delegate some kind of, even if it's a guy or 2 guys or a team or a sector, or maybe like 2 hours of your day to acquisition, whether that be for, your e-com or this goes for any business, guys, all right? This isn't just agency or info product. So whether that be, you need to allocate some energy and time into acquisition, but a lot of it needs to be at the start. Don't get me wrong. At the start, you need to allocate 100% to acquisition. And then as I would say, 4 months down the line, once you have a good foundation built, retain, all right? Most of you guys, especially for the service-based guys, you're offering commoditized services, right? Commoditized services are offers which you're in a fucking hamster wheel of who can get the lower price and who can get the best results. So then you're going to go offer a crazy guarantee that you can't fulfill, and then you're going to be stuck, doing bullshit. I'll get you 15 clients or 50 calls in 90 days or you don't pay, right? It's the clearest sign of people fighting for the bottom, right? You should figure out a way how to not become like them. It goes back to, this is an island, right? This is everybody on an island, and let me do this. Here is a palm tree. Bear with my drawings. I hope you guys enjoy. Boom, 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 boom. And then here's the water. Guys, Picasso, bro. You get me, fam. You like this, bro. So here's you, and apparently you're red, all right? And if you look here, there's a bunch of coconuts. So unless you guys are like dying of thirst, you're not going to climb up that tree to get the coconuts, right? You're going to be stuck eating this low-hanging fruit, which is poisonous. Most business people, most of you guys are stuck just getting the low-hanging fruit. You're lazy. You're uncreative. You just look at YouTube. You don't critically think. You don't logically decide. It's stupid, right? So you guys are always stuck going for the low-hanging fruit, whether that be a product for e-com, whether that be a product that you see, a niche that's popular, something that has already blown up in the past, right? Opposed to genuinely looking at something and making a logical decision, being like, okay, this is a pro, this is a pro, this is a pro. There's no net negatives to me trying, so I'm going to do it, right? It all comes down to reasoning, right? It comes down to, do the pros outweigh the cons? And if that's the case, I don't care what it is, you need to do it. I don't care what it is in your life, whether it be going to the gym, talking to the girl you like, if the pros outweigh the cons, I don't give a shit what it is. You need to do it. All right, guys, this was a more technical video, a little more advanced for most people. All right. I hope you guys got some value from this. If you want to, book a call for one-on-one coaching down below. Check out my Instagram, DM me at RealSmithReese. If you want to join the paid community, you can. I feel bad being the guy that's selling stuff, but the results are there. I'll throw up a bunch of shit on the screen. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have an absolute blessed day, whatever day you're watching this, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. So absolutely thank you for watching, and I'll see you. Peace.